So I learned about compound interest. I learned the phrase when I was a kid. And I knew that if you put money into a bank, which is a local commercial bank that looked like it looked like a building that you would find in Greece, these great big stone buildings that were erected in my youth. I knew that if you put money in banks, you would earn interest, and then you would earn interest on your interest, and they called that compound interest. So we were compounding the money that sat in our local savings account. And that was the extent of what I learned compound interest was. And now coming into a different season, if you will, of financial education, I'm learning that in order for compound interest to work, you have to give over control of your principal to someone else. And that someone else will take that money and they won't allow it to sit, but they'll put it into their own financial system, their own company, their own institution, and they will perhaps lend it to other individuals, and they'll create a multiplier effect with the money that I've put into an account that from my perspective is sitting. And that may sound a little bit complex, but it only becomes complex once the money is removed from my savings account and is deployed into the economy and have velocity created. So what we found out through just looking around and research and observation is that there are no companies that create profits in this country through the use of compound interest. Any company that works for profit actually keeps money in motion. And anytime money is in motion, it's going to create more value. And anytime money slows down or anytime money is sitting, it's going to create less value for the depositor, for the owner. So since we found out that compound interest is probably the opposite of what you should do and practice in order to gain revenue and profits, that leads us to another question, which is, are there other principles that I should know about that would also help me if I found out what the truth was? Because maybe what I'm being taught by institutions whose ulterior motive is to gain my money. So if my money is sitting from my perspective, maybe it's moving from the other perspective. If I'm giving up control of my money, maybe the receiving institution is controlling my money. And maybe if I'm taking risks in the stock market, there might be some rich people out there, and there are, who are avoiding losses and avoiding stock market risk, and they're gaining wealth and multiplying wealth through guaranteed methods. So we found that there are a whole list of things that turn out to be the opposite of what you should do in order to gain and grow and protect and pass down wealth. Compound interest is probably one of the leading topics that we open our conversations with, and we find that a lot of clients were not aware of the real truth about money and about compound interest. And it kind of stands to reason that if I was in the business of finance for 25 years and didn't understand the truth about compound interest, it's likely that my clients didn't either, and it's likely that the general population didn't either. So again, more reason and more encouragement for me to continue speaking with clients and with the population in general about the truth about money and choosing to work with the people that I believe have integrity and who are teachable and who want to learn these truths and apply them in their own lives.